In today's video, we are going to be breaking down some of the drills that Jalen Green is using to get ready for the NBA draft. These drills are great for you as well, and that's why I'm actually doing this reaction video to his training regime, because right now he is trying to get into the NBA, and of course you probably are as well. Maybe not at the same age as him, you might be a bit younger, but if you can run these drills that Jalen Green is using right now, you too have a chance of getting to the NBA. It takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of work. Let's get down, let's check these drills out. So this first drill is really focusing on that arm. And of course, one arm, single leg dribble around that leg drills are absolutely fantastic. You can do this with both arms, and I would actually suggest doing 30 seconds with one arm and then switching to the left arm and then continuing to go back and forth for at least 5 to 8 minutes before every single game, every single practice. This is what you want to do. This next drill is fantastic. It's through the legs, behind the back twice, and then you switch it up with the other hand through the legs, behind the back twice, and back. You can actually do this same drill moving forward or dribbling forward as well, which is what I actually do with every single player before practices. Really quickly before we go on, I really want to let you know where I got this footage from. It's from Pros Vision. The link should be down in the description below. They are really great if you're looking for drills to do yourself. This next drill is a double crossover, double through the leg, and then hesitation. Double crossover, crossover through the legs, hesitation. Again, moving forward, you always want to combine stationary with forward moving drills. This is really going to warm your hands up. You really want to be looking up towards, in this case, the camera, so that now you can do this same handwork and footwork in game. You don't want to be looking down, you want to be looking up. Two ball drills are fantastic. Now this is through the legs, in front of the legs, one dribble with the second ball. This is a really hard drill to do, but if you can master this, you can master pretty much anything that you possibly can put your mind to. This is not an easy drill by any means. Now this next drill is basically a two-man drill. You'll be dribbling two balls opposite or at the same time pushing up against a secondary player or maybe your coach or a trainer, but generally you'd be doing this with a friend and you would be roughly the same strength. Now the reason why this drill is actually very good is because of course you're getting ball handling skills, but also you're working on your strength as well. Next is different ball handling drills with a defender. So this one is a hesitation cross into a through the legs cross, 2 steps, and then in for a left-handed layup. Now the reason why he is actually going up on the left side here is actually very smart. Now, I always like to teach players, yeah, you can go up from in front of the rim on the left side, but I always like to explain to players why this is important. So, this guy being the defender, he is unable to block this shot successfully, or at least at a high level or a high percentage, because if he was to be guarding Jalen Green in game, if Jalen Green goes up on that left side, and this guy, the defender, tries to block it, he has to be very precise because he cannot touch that rim or that mesh, and I always like to explain that to my players. You want to try and use that rim and mesh to your advantage, and you want to be able to use that essentially as a defender versus this defender, and you can make that layup. Now this is another very good drill, however here, it's the same thing, however he's going up with the opposite foot to the opposite hand. The reason why this is important is because now you're working a mind skill where you're used to bringing up that left leg, but there's not always that possibility of that happening where in game, you never know if you're going to be having your left hand with your left leg. Sometimes you don't have that option, and you need to be able to go up with your left hand and your right leg and vice versa. Now this next drill is actually a drill where you would have a quick crossover, same thing as before, however now it's going to be a step back jump shot. These are all the same drill essentially, but with a different finish. With that hesitation, crossover through the legs, this time with another step back, and he's going up for his shot. Jalen Green really has a nice step back. He is a very good dunker, but I really like his step back. I think it could be the next coming of a cross between a Vince Carter and a James Harden, so this is definitely the type of drills that he should be working on. I like to do this drill with my players as well. Quick crossover around the pylon. Usually I would have a pylon and then finish with a layup. This time it's not a regular a crossover through the legs or anything. It's just a regular crossover going up for a baby hook. And then this next one, we have again a baby hook as well. You really want to focus on having multiple types of finishes around the rim, whether it be a left or right-handed layup, a left or right-handed baby hook, or a fadeaway or a step-back shot. You really want to have multiple finishes. A finger roll is okay, but you also want to practice the over-the-hand layups as well, because that is going to allow you to be more effective having multiple finishes. This next drill is another great one where he's working on rebounding. Remember all my previous videos where I say rebounding is key. If you cannot score in a game, if you're being scoreless, what are some of the things that you can do, that you can control? That is rebounding, that is assists. These are things that if you cannot score in a game, you can still play defense, you can still rebound, you can still get assists. It's not always about scoring. And this is a great drill, a defensive slide between the key, coming back, getting that rebound, passing to another player, keep on defensive sliding, really working on that defense. The muscles associated with defense are extremely important. This is another great drill to do. You can run to half court, sprint back, have somebody pass you the ball, and then finish with a layup, a dunk, a shot, whatever it may be. You want to go as hard as you possibly can. Now, he may not be going very fast here because I have it in slow motion. He may not also be going very fast because this is near the end of his workout, and at this point he's going to be extremely tired, but always try to push yourself to the next level. Always try to go 110% throughout the whole entire training session, because that's going to make you a better player. Now this next one is just going from your two elbows on the court and then basically taking a shot, running to the next one, taking a shot. This one you're going to need more than one person. If you can get 1, 2, or 3 friends around you to do these drills, that's going to be even better. You just basically change out how many people are shooting, and then you're all set. You can just rotate through. Person who hits 10, next person hits 10, next person, and you keep on going. You can get up a ton of shots that way. Now remember, don't underestimate stationary shots, the catch and shot. Don't underestimate those types of training. This is very basic stuff, but this is still the motions that you're going to be doing in game, and this is extremely important. If you can get 1 or 2 rebounders who can do this, you really only need 1 rebounder. 2 is easier, and this is going to really transform your game. If you can get up 100 shots literally in maybe 10 minutes, really, because if you can have 1 or 2 rebounders, you can take 10 shots from each location from the 3-point line, and you can get up a lot of shots very quickly, and you can rotate through those players. If you did that for an hour or 2 hours, you're putting up close to maybe 1,000 shots in maybe 2 hours of really practicing, and that is a lot. Also, don't underestimate having a pylon in the way, or in this case, a trash can, who can be a defender. You can basically dribble around them and do different moves. I really hope that this video has given you ideas for drills to run yourself when you're at the park or when you're in a gym. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.